You've heard of unconditional love, but have you heard of the secret to unconditional happiness and allowing more into your life? More wealth, more success, and more love. More freedom in your life right now. Welcome to the Happy Bar with Israel Savage. Today we're talking about living on purpose. Think of your physical self like the end of a pencil, the point. And source is the rest of the pencil. All right? And so you can't separate the rest of the pencil from the point. In other words, you are source energy physically manifested. There is a greater part of yourself that remains non-physical always, but there is also part of you that is physically focused, and that is your body and this experience. But you still are in touch with the greater you. You're still in touch with source energy. Many of us go through our lives attempting to be non-physically focused instead of physically focused, when the very point, literally and figuratively, is that source energy, your greater self, has amassed all that is you so that you could go out and create and explore, because it's in the exploring, it's in the experiencing of the contrast of what we don't want that we create what we do want. And I want to say that that's true of everybody, and there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's how you're made. We are a part of this ever-expanding universe, and as a part of an ever-expanding universe, it is our mission to go forth and expand in every area of our life. And that's why you achieve something, you enjoy the moment of achievement, and then you create new desires, and you go on this new journey toward achieving the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. That is why you are here. Our goal isn't to be source energy or to be spiritual and detach from all that is material in this life, although it is wonderful to detach from the outcomes. The very point of existence is to experience the physical desires, the physical contrast, because as we experience that, our non-physical self grows and becomes more and more. Everything is expanding, not just your physical self, your physical life, your goals, not just the universe, but all that is, including your greater self. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, I thought source energy, or that which some people call God, or whatever label you'd like to give it, I thought that source energy was complete. How could it grow? How could it become more? How could it expand if it is already done? And I want to say that it is never done, and that includes God, that includes source. Perhaps the sticking point for you here is that you have placed a value judgment on done, on completeness. That completeness means perfection. And perhaps that is what is tangling you up, what is tripping you up. There is no value judgment needed. Expansion is expansion. Expansion is more of more. Think of it this way. A drop of water has the same properties that you would find in a river or in an ocean. It's simply more in the river. It's more in the ocean. And so your greater self, God, source energy, is always becoming more of what it is. And every time you experience something you don't like, you clarify what you do like. And in the clarification of those desires, your greater self has expanded. In this vibrational place, this wellspring, all of those desires are kept, and a place is held for you and is waiting for your physical self to rise up and match it, vibrationally rise up and match it. And that means releasing all resistance. And resistance comes in the form of doubt and disbelief and fear and discouragement. And if you can just release that, then you will automatically rise up. It's like a flotation device. You are meant to float above the water. Only when we hold it down, when we push it down with our disbelief and discontent, only when we push it down are we not in alignment with our greater self and all of our desires. When that alignment has happened, then those desires begin to flow into our life almost effortlessly. That is so impassioned. It moves you to take action, but this doesn't feel like effort. No, this feels like deliciousness. This feels like joy. This feels like passion. This feels like enthusiasm. No one would ever call it work. No, this is the spice of life. This is the stuff that makes life so wonderful. If you liked what you just heard, then take inspired action now. That's right, act while you are feeling good. And build on your momentum. Schedule your free discovery call with me at instudios-nyc.com/happybar.